Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're taking a plunge into something that, well, it impacts nearly everyone's life, every single day, whether you fully realize it or not.
You're absolutely right. We're talking about computers,
Yeah.
in all their forms.
Laptops, desktops.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Laptops, desktops we use for work, the tablets we scroll through, our hands are constantly on them, clicking, typing, just living our digital lives.
And our mission for this deep dive really is to explore how people actually talk about using these devices day to day,
Yeah.
especially those common expressions that pop up when things don't quite go as planned. We've actually been looking at some great stuff from everyday computer talk for English learners to guide us here.
And this deep dive, it's really designed to arm you with not just the right phrases, but also, a feel for the natural tone, the rhythm of these conversations.
Building that confidence.
Exactly, building real confidence for navigating those everyday digital interactions.
Okay, let's unpack this.
So it's undeniable just how deeply computers are integrated into our lives now.
Oh, totally.
At work, they're the backbone, right? Emails, video calls, running all sorts of software. And then at home, streaming, browsing, games,
They're everywhere. You can't escape them.
pretty much omnipresent.
But here's where it gets, I think, really interesting. The way people talk about computers in, real daily conversations. It often sounds quite different from what you might find in a textbook or a manual.
That's a great point. It's all about natural language, isn't it?
Yeah.
Think about it. No one actually walks into a room and says, please activate your central processing unit.
Right. You'd get some funny looks.
You really would.
Yeah.
Instead, we naturally say things like, can you restart it? Or maybe, ugh, my computer's acting weird.
Much more common.
Exactly. That shift from formal, technical terms to these, well, incredibly natural, common expressions. And that's what we're focusing on today.
Okay, so let's get practical. We've identified three sort of essential phrases you're going to hear all the time when people discuss computers, especially when they're hitting a snag. What's the first one that comes to mind when everything just locks up?
The first one is absolutely a classic. It froze.
Yes.
When a computer freezes, it means it's completely stopped responding. You can't click anything, nothing works at all.
And it's not actually cold, right? We should clarify that.
No, definitely not about temperature. Just means it's completely stuck,
Yeah.
immobilized.
And you can practically hear the frustration when people say this, can't you? It's almost always like paired with a sigh.
Oh, absolutely. Deep sigh. Maybe some muttering.
And it feels like it always happens at the absolute worst times, like right before a big meeting or
Or when you haven't saved your work for an hour.
oh, the worst. So you'll hear things like, I was working on my project and the computer froze. Just like that.
Or, sorry, wait a second, my screen just froze. In the middle of something.
And that classic exasperated cry, it froze again.
That, again, really adds the pain, doesn't it?
It really does. So it froze covers that sudden stop. But what if something isn't like totally dead, but just not quite right? What's a common, maybe slightly gentler way to put it?
For that, a really useful one is, I'm having issues with.
Okay, issues with.
Yeah, it's a polite and kind of softer way to say something isn't working correctly. It's much less direct than just saying it's broken.
Right. Sounds a bit less dramatic, maybe. And I imagine this phrase is super handy in, like, work settings.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
It's excellent for office settings or more formal situations. Say your Wi-Fi is slow or maybe an app like Zoom isn't loading properly.
Right.
It's a perfect phrase. You might say, I'm having issues with my Wi-Fi today. Or, I seem to be having issues opening the file.
Okay.
The very common one, if you're running late for a call. Sorry, I'm late. I was having some issues with my computer.
Yeah, that sounds familiar. It conveys the problem politely.
Exactly. Even if, internally you're freaking out a little.
Huh. Internally freaking out. Perfect description. We've all been there. Okay, so if your computer is having issues, or maybe it even froze, what's that universal first thing everyone tells you to do, the go-to fix?
Right. Our third essential phrase, can you reboot it?
Reboot it.
Yep. To reboot simply means to restart the computer. Turn it off, turn it back on again.
So it's basically the same as restart?
Pretty much the same action, yeah.
Yeah.
But reboot is just incredibly common, especially in offices or when you're talking to tech support.
That's true. If you've ever called IT, that's like question number one, isn't it?
Always. It's often the very first troubleshooting step they suggest. You'll hear things like, The update didn't finish. Can you reboot it?
Or just a simple, try rebooting your computer and see if that helps.
Exactly. It's almost like the magic wand of basic tech fixes.
It kind of is. Okay, so hearing these phrases one by one is useful, but how do they actually sound woven into a real conversation?
Good question. Let's try a quick scenario. Imagine two coworkers. Let's call them Rachel and Mark. They're trying to get ready for an online meeting.
Okay, let's hear it.
So Mark might say, "Hey, are you ready for the team meeting?"
And Rachel replies, ugh, not yet. My computer froze again. I was trying to open the slides.
Mark then says, "Oh no. Did you try rebooting it?"
Rachel, yeah, twice. Now I'm having issues with the video call app.
Mark, trying to help. Classic Monday. Want me to send the slides to your phone?
Rachel, relieved. That'd be amazing. Thanks, Mark.
Okay, so let's quickly unpack that. Rachel kicks off with, "My computer froze again."
That, again, is key.
It really is. It immediately tells Mark and us that this isn't new. It's a recurring headache for her.
And Mark's response, did you try rebooting it? Classic Mark. It just sounds so typical.
Because it often works. Seriously, it clears out so many little temporary glitches. It's like giving the system a quick refresh.
Makes sense.
Then, when Rachel says, "Now I'm having issues with the video call app," you can hear she's annoyed, right? But she's still using that polite, professional phrasing.
Yeah, having issues. Polite, even when frustrated. And Mark's solution, want me to send the slides to your phone. That just sounds like a normal, helpful coworker.
Exactly. It flows naturally.
Yeah.
It's how people actually talk and solve these little problems at work.
Now let's shift gears slightly. Let's talk about elevating your vocabulary. How small changes in phrasing can make you sound much more natural, more fluent when discussing computer stuff.
Yeah, this is where it gets subtle but really effective. So instead of saying something very basic like, "My computer's not working,"
Which sounds a bit stiff, maybe?
a little bit, yeah. A much more natural way would be, "My computer's acting weird." Or, like we said, "I'm having issues with my computer."
Acting weird. I like that one. It covers a lot of problems.
It does. Or instead of a direct command like, "Restart your computer," which can sound a bit abrupt.
Yeah, a bit demanding.
You'll sound more natural asking, "Can you reboot it?" Or maybe suggesting, "Try restarting it," might help. Softer.
More collaborative, maybe.
Exactly. And if your screen gets stuck, instead of just stating the obvious like, "The screen is stuck," you'll definitely hear people say, "It froze," or maybe, "My screen just froze up." It's just more common, more descriptive of the feeling.
It really is amazing how those seemingly small phrases, those little tweaks, can make such a big difference in fluency.
Huge difference. It makes you sound like you're part of the conversation, not just reciting lines.
Like you're in the know.
And here's a really key tip for sounding natural. Use contractions. Always.
Oh, good one.
Say, "It's acting up," not "It is acting up," or "I'm having issues," not "I am having issues." That rhythm, that flow, it just makes it sound so much more like real speech.
That's crucial. Okay, so beyond those main three, what are some other useful, quick phrases people use when things go a bit wrong with their tech? Any bonus ones?
Oh, definitely. There are loads, but some common ones. If your computer's just chugging along slowly, you'll hear, "It's running slow."
Right. My computer's running so slow today.
Exactly. Or if the screen is flickering or doing strange things visually.
Glitching.
Yep. "My screen keeps glitching." That's a perfect word for it. And, oh, the agony of this next one, when you realize your work didn't save.
I'll say it.
"I lost my work."
Ugh, that sinking feeling.
It's terrible, meaning, the file didn't save properly or the program crashed before you could save.
And connected to that, a personal favorite phrase, usually uttered with deep regret. I forgot to hit save.
The classic blunder. We've all done it. Truly timeless.
Which leads us to probably the best piece of practical advice ever.
Save early, save often. Cannot stress that enough.
Absolutely. Okay, before we wrap up this deep dive, let's just quickly recap the key phrases we've unpacked today.
Sounds good.
We had "it froze" for when everything stops. "I'm having issues with." The polite way to describe a problem. And "can you reboot it?"
Yeah.
The classic first fix.
Plus those bonus ones like running slow, glitching, and the more general acting weird.
Great. Now, to really make these stick, how can listeners practice?
Okay, a few simple things you can do. First, just imagine your computer isn't working. What would you actually say to a coworker? Or if you had to call tech support, try using these phrases.
Talk it through in your head.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Second, next time you're watching, say, an office sitcom or any show where people use computers,
Yeah.
listen carefully. How do they talk about tech problems? You'll start hearing these phrases everywhere.
That's a great tip. You'll notice them.
You really will. And finally, practice short conversations, even just simple ones, like, hey, my screen froze, can you help me? Followed by, have you tried rebooting it?
Makes it real.
It cements it in your memory. You've basically just got a shortcut now to sounding much more natural when talking about everyday computer woes.
So next time your computer's being difficult, acting weird, or just plain frozen, at least you'll know exactly what to say about it.
It's maybe, just maybe, you'll remember to back up your files first. Always a good idea.